Here we are. It is burn and learn time. Got my big stamp here. Got my big top secret from the desk of Dr. Rodney McKay stamp. I've been doing the coins. Been working on the coins. Again, where are my glasses so I can see what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on, I say. Here we go. Okay. Well, there we are. That's a little more civilized. I can actually see what's going on. I got a chat there. I've got a chat over here too. I need to go to YouTube and see what's going on there. Come on. We go live. Look at that. I happen to be live right now. What a extraordinary coincidence. Let's pop this out. Pop out the chat. Pop it out. Did I do that? Did I pop it out? I did. Hey, Shelly Bell and Evo and Wayne and Amy and Sci-Tech or Saytech and Amir and Evo again. I've just said Evo again already. All right, let's see if I do this. I'm not sure why. It hasn't done a very good job of popping out my chat, but let's see if I could do that. Pop that in there like that, and then I can close. Can I close this one? It'd be nice if I could get rid of this one, and then I would not have to worry about all of that. Do that. There we go, and I can see both. Volume up, please. Oh, really? Is it low? You're at whisper volume. Oh, that's not good. Well, let's have a look. Can't hear you. Okay, well, let's do this. Not again. Okay, here we go. Hang on. I know what I've done. I know what evil things I've done. All right, my iPhone. Microphone input should not be that. Let me just go check on this here. Let's have a look here. Properties. Oh, well, that's weird. Is that better? Does that sound any better to all of you? I think it's okay, but I don't know. It's on mobile app. Definitely better. Okay, all right. That's so weird. So I use my MacBook Pro sometimes instead of my iPhone when it's just too damn cold outside and I don't want to be out there in the garage talking to you. I come into my cozy warm house where I can fog up my glasses and talk to you about my Burn&Learn. But that is better sound. Okay, I should check to make sure. I should also make sure I'm plugged in. It's about. Oh my God, my Mac's gonna go to sleep. Hang on, I'll be back in a sec. It's so much more complicated on the laptop. So much more. It's so easy on the iPhone. Like, it's ridiculously easy on the iPhone. And then you get here in the laptop, and I don't know whether I've made it this complicated or it's just more complicated. There's too many things to plug in. Anyways, the problem, of course, is whenever I use my computer for something else, it changes the sound settings. So when I use it for Zoom to talk to friends, or I use it for FaceTime to talk to my mummy, I end up changing something, and invariably, especially when I just sit down to start chatting, it fails. Did he forget to plug in power? Yes. Sound settings. You can all hear you better. Fantastic. Okay, let me bring up me other page as well here. Oh, good. Okay, great. Everyone likes the sound. Alex says it's too loud, but he's a jerk. Thank you, Alex. Alex, Kalen, Tuma. It's not a Tuma. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. What do we got? We go. Aphosis. Darkest nights. Wow, lots of people here. Okay, here I go. This is my Burn&Learn. This is my bit to stay alive and fit long enough to enjoy my golden years with my brilliant, beautiful wife, Jane, my fabulous son, Sebastian, and our ridiculously annoying dog, Huzzah. So I hate exercise. What I do then to eat up the time that I spend torturing myself on the elliptical machine is I try to learn something. And I am learning something right now by reading a book recommended to me by the fabulous Prof. Dr. James R. Gurney, Jim the Evo here, if you see him. And it is called Memory and Madness, and it is about the discovery of prions. And I've got to this interesting point. I've got to admit, I struggled with this bit because I love all the stuff about the science and trying to figure out what the heck they're talking about trying to isolate these things and the ways they do it, how they've got, one type of, what is it called? Like a protease and a nuclease and all these fantastic things that they use to sort of chop up molecules into little bits that they can then analyze better and get a sense of what's causing these horrible brain destroying viruses that aren't viruses. And I find that stuff fascinating. I definitely have to go back and listen to that stuff again. I'm tempted in this case to actually buy the book as well, even if it's just in a Kindle version, so I can go in and actually have a look at some of the words that are being used, because I think sometimes you just hear it, it sort of washes over you, and I'm not sure you take it all in. But what I am taking in right now is, man, he's mad about the way the rest of his scientists, or a lot of his scientists, worked against him on this. And I feel like this is the first, and I'm only I'm getting close to the end now. I've only got like a few hours left, I think, left in this book to listen to. But I get the sense at this point, it's the first time it's happened, that I feel like he's kind of like going like, nah, 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 nah. Like there's a little bit of that sense. I'm curious to know if James R. Gurney had the same issue when he was reading it. But I definitely feel like there's a few sort of like, he's sticking the knife in on a couple of things. Understandably, completely, because these people completely screwed him over. I mean, like, absolutely screwed him over. There was an article in, what was the magazine? I was surprised. I think he enjoyed his articles in Nature. They were good. But there was another magazine. There was an Omni magazine, a sci-fi magazine, where he felt that there seemed to be a lot of misunderstandings on the specifics of words. Like, someone called him a carpet salesman, but they meant it in a nice way. Although maybe that's just someone trying to back out of saying a horrible thing about it. And there were things like, he's an operator, and he felt that was an insult, but the reality was they were using it saying like, no, you're really good at handling the flack that people give you on this stuff. So he definitely feels a little bit thin-skinned on this stuff. At the same time, it's got to a point now where I'm I just felt like it went on a little bit too much about how wrong these people were and what jerks they were and over explaining. When you get into that situation when you get into something there's something that bothers you, and you just have to speak to it over and over and over again. And that can be very valuable, to speak to it to someone who understands and have someone's got an ear who you can talk to about it. But at the same time, after a while, I found this with debug. So debug, I had so many horrible experiences with debug that, and I as soon as I started talking to it, I could feel myself sort of falling down this hole of despair and anger and frustration and anxiety and you feel yourself running away. And I feel like in this section of the book, I think it's like chapter 12 or whatever I'm in right now, I feel like he's just like, I've done all this stuff that I wanted to say, and I'm damn well going to put it out here right now. Anyway, so it's just kind of neat. Again, scientists, to me, were never human. They were always these amazing articles and amazing discoveries and stuff, but they were one of the first people to make the science of stuff really bring it down to the soap opera of life. Was this fabulous book called A Short History of Night, which is man's changing view of the skies. It was recommended to me by another brilliant man called John Mighton, who's the guy who created Jump Math. I've spoken about him before. And he wrote a play called A Short History of Night about Kepler visiting Copernicus in his crazy castle, and he had like this like little person that he treated like a pet, and it was during the Spanish Inquisition. It was insanity, absolute insanity. Brilliant play, and it's a play. If I was to go back and do a play, that would be the one I'd want to do, because it was just. And this time I want to play Kepler or Copernicus this time. Maybe Copernicus. I'm probably more Copernicus's age. Anyways, it was the first time I was truly interested in a scientist's life. And of course, I've been reading all these stupid biographies about James Dean and Marlon Brando and all these silly actor folks, Montgomery Clift and all these, which were definitely interesting, but very soap opera-y, and not, other than Errol Flynn, who just had the most extraordinary adventurous life, I must say. Definitely some questionable behavior for sure, positively illegal in some cases by the sound of it. But at least he had an exciting life. A lot of these actors just had actor lives, and I'm living an actor life. I'm not interested in that. So it was the first time I realized that there are people behind the science, and that those people have led these extraordinary lives in many cases to get where they were in the scientific community. So that was the first one that really stood out to me, was learning about Kepler and Copernicus and all these amazing stories. It really is a brilliant book that I would love to read. I should probably read that again. I'm pretty sure it's called A Short History of Night. We should have a look at it. I can't remember the guy's name who wrote it. It might be Timothy Ferris. Is that possible? Something? No, Timothy Ferris is the wrong name. I feel like there's a Ferris in the name. Someone will look it up, I'm sure, and give me the right answer. But Kepler is old to architecture. NVIDIA Kepler. Is it old to architecture already? Look at that. Reminds me of Einstein's lecture, post-relatively, titled, "You Can All Suck It." Granted, it sounds a lot better in German. I'm sure, Baron von Kripke, I'm sure it does. Did he really do a lecture like that? I mean, look, I understand that. It's pronounced Toma. I'm sorry, Toma. Very good. Toma. Makes more sense. I'm very, very sorry. I couldn't resist it. It's just a silly joke that my friends used to say all the time. And of course, it's almost instinctive. I say it. Errol Flynn, great Australian actor. Not that anyone knows he's Australian. Yeah, that's where they discovered him. Allegedly, they discovered him like wrestling. It would be crocodiles in Australia, wouldn't it? And that's how he became a movie star. But he was a complete charlatan. He used to visit hotel brunch buffets and eat everything he possibly could there, pretending to be at the hotel because he didn't have any money and stuff. Desperate to get back to my Egyptology course, but I fear my MacBook has died and death can't be revived. Oh, my God. Mandy, oh, my God. There's nothing worse when the MacBook croaks it. Oh, God. They last forever once they go. Boy, oh, boy. It's almost always, what do they call it? They always call it the main control board. So in other words, get a new one. Fia. Hello, Fia Lilium. How are you? Eva Maferi. I'm enjoying learning lately as well, reading up on white holes in this morning's case. What is a white hole? I don't even know what a white hole is. There are computer sharing programs out there that you can join to calculate preon folding. Is that the Deep Fold project? Ancriitis? Is that the one? Hello, by the way, Ancriitis. It's good to have you here. Hi. Okay, this is... I've been reading about white holes this morning. Someone managed to turn my science brain on, which is a hard thing to do in the mornings. It's true. Although I get a lot... The morning... If I can get up early in the morning, oh my God, I love it. There's a ridiculous book. I can't believe they wrote an entire book on it. And I shouldn't critique it because I haven't read it. But there's a book called, the 5 a.m. Club, which just sounds like you get up at 5 a.m. and you get more done and you feel good about yourself and then you write a book about it. But the idea of if I could drag my sorry ass out of bed at 5 a.m. and get my day's work done before the day starts, I feel like that's always the plan. And then you stay up until 5 a.m. actually just watching horror movies. That's generally how I go. Mandy, contact Louis Rossmann Repair Group. Oh, Dan Watt is very certain about that. It's not good and can't afford a new one. How did it die? What was the death that it died, Mandy? I have found... What have I found? This is an extraordinarily weird thing that happened to me. I had a laptop. In fact, it may have been the laptop that Brian 3D gave to me. He had an old MacBook Pro that he had, and mine had died, and he gave me this old secondhand one. It's fantastic. It's still going to this day. I use it to run my CNC and to do 3D printing and stuff with that. But it was doing weird things. I put it in the freezer. It was the weirdest thing. I put it in the freezer. So I read somewhere that you put it in the freezer, and if there's like a bad connection somewhere, the freezer can do that. And I kept it cool, and then turned it on, and it used to boot up. And then for some reason, it figured itself out. But so there must have been some kind of a connection thing then. Anyways, Errol was Tasmanian. Aha! He was probably wrestling a few Tassie devils. Well, Wayne, I did not know that. Hello from Somerset, says David Sams. Hello from you. What other exciting things do I have to tell you today? I'm trying to think. I did a bunch of coins today. I've been here stamping my top secret from the desk of Dr. Rodney McKay. I've got my little proof of ownership of that it's legit coins. I've been sending them off. Do I have a coin somewhere? I've got one floating around here. Here you go. Another coin right here. I sent off, there was one that went off today to the 1440 Makers fundraiser for Hawaii. There, because of the fires there, I think. But just in general, for just the the community, the local community out there. Love the maker community. They're just, God, what a great bunch of people. And Shane headed this thing up yet again. And so I thought, well, I can give away a couple of coins or whatever. And so I mailed one off today, and there was some other poor person had bought. Oh my God, I felt so bad. I don't know how I missed it, but there was like one that had just like slipped through the cracks. And I was like, wait a second, that doesn't mean fulfilled. So I fulfilled that today and a couple other new ones as well. And I struck up quite a friendship with the lady who runs the Canada Post there at the at my local post service. And she's making suggestions on how I can be a little bit more efficient in how I approach stuff. Because I have this, I don't know why, but I feel the need to do each one separately. I don't like the idea. I like having the person looking at the coin, picking the right number, and then sending it off to people and stuff. I don't know why it's the right number, but it's just, I don't know. There's something about putting the whole packages together. I find a certain weird zen about it. So apparently I rock bacon head eating for fun. Oh my God, bacon head eating for fun. I think I eat for fun a lot. I just bought 2 of these new pizzas from Loblaws, which was like the grocery store here. And I've been recommended by friends. They're these frozen pizzas, but apparently they're very good. And my son is very eager to try them out today instead of whatever else I was going to cook him. Nope, nothing. It stops at about 3/4 full as it just stays there. No error messages or beeps. It doesn't power up. It switches on. The load bar moves. Then it stops, and that's it. Well, you can boot into safe mode. That sometimes helps. There's like a safe mode. You can also have a look at, safe mode might help. That might be a way to go. Go for fluff or nut. And I got to say, there's nothing more irritating than someone trying to fix your computer from afar. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing that. It's the fact that the loading bar is still moving. That's a good sign. That's not dead. There's something wrong, definitely, but that's a very, very good sign. That is not dead. You might want to take it into, dare I say, the Genius Bar. The only problem I find with that is that they never give a crap about your data. They're always like, oh yeah, we fixed it. You're like, yeah, but my hard drives, you wiped my hard drive. I've had relatives have that happen too. Can anyone else not hear him really? Oh, we not hearing again? Yeah, try booting to safe mode. That's it. Booting to safe. There you go. Go for fluff or nut. Thank you very much for your subscription. It's very kind of you. What else have I got going on here? Someone said, hi, David, very loudly. I should say hello to them. Onyxus Draconis. Ooh, I have crossed oceans of time for you. Thank you. Hello to you, Onyxus. Is anyone else having trouble hearing me? No. We'll see. Check your volume. Could be me. Very possible there were sound issues to start. Yes, what David says is correct. If you're seeing the status bar, it's probably not dead. See? I'm not that I'm a genius in real life as well, but I've definitely played with stuff a lot. Louder than last time. Oh, good. Joffla.net. Joffla.net, very clever. So now we all now want to go to Joffla.net and check it out. Sounds good to me. Good, Darth Kyle. Thank you very much for the update. That is always the concern. Audio is my kryptonite on these things. Absolute kryptonite. That and the elliptical machine, which I was on. By the way, I should tell you, I did 35 minutes today. I did an extra 5 minutes because I did not do it as strenuously as I normally did. I put the tension down to just a nice calm 5, whatever that means. A setting of 5 on the what do they call it? What do they call it? It's basically the friction, but it stops. It makes it harder to move. So the tension, maybe it's tension. That's not the term it uses either. It has like a special thing on it. Anyways, but the point being is I made it 5 difficult to move forwards, 5 difficult to move backwards, and I did 35 minutes instead of 30 because I will probably need to exercise again tomorrow, and I'm struggling. I've got to say, the exercising every day, I was feeling it like sharp pains in the knees and ankles and things, and I thought, you know what? I think that might be me overdoing it. So I am going to do 2 days in a row because I know that I don't want to work on Thursday. I do not want to be doing the elliptical on Thursday. I'm not sure why. There's something I need to do, and I'm sure it is. Oh, volume is fine, but audio sounds off. Oh, well, that's interesting. Let me have a look. Here and just see what I've got set up now. So the properties here say that I've got, do I need to have that set? Source settings. Okay, that's where all the sources are coming from. The HyperX microphone is on. Oh, well, that's on too. Wait a second. So tell me if this is better or worse. Is this better or worse? That's worse for sure. That is definitely worse then. I could probably turn this off then. Don't need that. How about that? And that's off too. So that should be it. How does that sound now? Off in what way? What are you watching the stream of? What web, app site? Oh, so if no one else is finding it, then I've got to stop doing tech support for everybody. I'm buying a smart trainer to make my road bike stationary. It'll be playing an MMO biking simulator called Zwift. It's fun to gamify exercise. What is it? Nasiasis. That's brilliant. Yeah, I've got a friend of mine. I just did some ADR, the video audio recording for a film that I did a while ago called 1,000 Cuts, where I get to play this really grumpy, old, and incontinent, as it turns out, detective. And so I had to loop some lines for that. And I was talking to the director. The director works out in VR. He's got a boxing game that he plays in VR, and that is his exercise. It's boxing and kicking. He does that every day. He says it's an amazing workout and thoroughly enjoyable. Here's my problem. I don't learn anything doing that. I suppose I could be learning how to box, I suppose is a way of looking at it. I don't like being alone with my thoughts like that. I need to be learning something. I used to love Taekwondo. I used to do Taekwondo religiously, but even that, the Taekwondo, I was going to a gym to do that, and I was doing it with people, and there was my sifu was running around and telling us how to do it right and stuff. So it was much more active, and I definitely felt like I was learning something. But nowadays, I want to tune out and tune in, if that makes sense. I want to be out of my life, doing my exercise, but getting some kind of educational input from that. You know what I mean? Like it really feels like a waste of time otherwise. I cannot tell you how much I freaking hate exercise. But I should mention that to Baz, because I bet you Baz would like to do the boxing thing. The boxing and the kickboxing VR as exercise. It does not feel like exercise. That feels like a game to me. That's great. I'd puke everywhere is the problem as well. Educational input, like YouTube videos. I'm Shojat. It can be some YouTube stuff, I suppose. I've done it before where I've looked at programming stuff. I just feel like usually the YouTube stuff is more hands-on stuff. There are lectures and stuff I would listen to for sure if they made sense. But I'm preferring audiobooks right now. What's nice about the combination of the burn and learn, the learning while you're burning away the calories or whatever. I don't think I'm burning that many calories if I'm ordering 2 pizzas every with my son every night while my wife's away. But I think it's just about it's a deeper dive. The fact that it's a book is a deeper dive into a subject, which I think I miss in my day-to-day, because I'm listening to podcasts, I'm listening to YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. I do that all the time. But the idea that for 35 minutes a day, I'm focused on one subject exclusively, I just think I don't know why, it feels like it's important somehow to be able to focus on that and to feel a little bit more expert in that area. Although I've got to say, as always with many of these science books, I'm playing catch up the whole time, whether it's the math or the science or the chemistry or the molecular biology or whatever it is, because I'm very much a generalist. I'm excited about everything and thus get distracted long before I could become a master of any of this stuff. So try Geek Squad. Really? Are they good, Geek Squad? You know, I was debating getting a job at Geek Squad when I was living in LA. It was one of those things I was thinking about doing, because I was doing like web design. I thought, I'll never be an actor. Screw acting in LA. This is horrible. Ended up getting some jobs, and that Sue changed that. But I debated about that. Whether are they any good? Has anyone used the Geek Squad with any success? Hey, Lazy Fino, how are you? We're at Fin Zero. The Nerd Herd. Is that what they're called? The Nerd Herd? Try Apple groups, forums like Reddit and such. Yeah, if it's partially loading, I guarantee you there's someone out there who's had the same experience who can figure it out. It is a bit weird. I'm wondering if maybe you've run out of space on the drive. That really messes with the laptops, I've got to say. And that becomes difficult because every time you try to load it dies because of that. It could also be an update. There's many things that could be going on there. But usually if you're seeing a screen and seeing it beginning to load, if you go to safe mode, If some kind soul in the chat, I'm sure will tell you what the Vulcan salute is on your keyboard for that. But if you do the safe mode, that will often solve a lot of those things, and then you can sort of go in and figure out what's wrong, or at least, at the very least, once you get in, my advice, as always, is the first thing you do is not try to fix it. The first thing you do is pull out all your data on that, put it on a hard drive, put it up into Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever the hell it is. Get your data off the drive before you start playing with it. I've fallen for that many, many times. It doesn't do anything when I try to go into safe mode. Smack all the keys rapidly on startup. Thank you, Nessus. Very, very, very helpful. Layer Cake Dev, how are you? Nerd Herd is reference to the TV show Chuck. Oh, is it? Oh, is that what they called it on Chuck? God, that's a long time ago. You're aging yourself. FYI, sound is way low since the last setting change. It was better before. Really? This is such a mystery to me, because here's the deal. I'm looking at the whatever it's called, the little equalizer here, and it's bouncing to the top. But let me see if this. Tell me if this is better if I do this. Let's see if this is any better to you. Wait a second. Does this go up a little bit? If I do, is that higher? Is that louder now? The change made it go a bit quieter. That's so funny. So, what did I get rid of? Is it louder now? I've changed two things. I shouldn't have changed two things. I should have just changed one thing. Let's go back down to whatever that was, 77 that is. Okay, change me to go a bit quieter. Okay, so that's a little louder now. Okay, yes, much better. Okay, that's better. But now riddle me this, Batman. If I do this, does this make a difference to it? Does this seem louder at all if I do that? Much louder? Better? Thanks. Louder now? Okay, so I've just changed something. It's now silent. Silent. Nothing? Don't hear anything? More muted. More muted. How weird is that? That is so freaking weird. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, I don't understand it, but there's if for some reason it needs to have the microphone in there twice for some reason. I'm not sure. Gone quiet again, much quieter again, back to a decent volume. I think this is the louder setting. Okay, good. Okay, great. So I guess I'll leave that. Again, this is the thing that I don't understand. It feels to me like it's different every time. I'm wondering if perhaps there might be a problem with my microphone itself. That would be an issue for sure. I'm very much considering getting those the little Rode snap-on mics where you can just, the little magnet and it snaps onto you, and then you can have up to two mics going through the same receiver, and it just works wirelessly. That just sounds like the way to go. All right. So just so you know, maybe it's loading from two sources and they are adding together. I think that must be it, Mojad. I think that's what I'm thinking. Mine does that when it needs updating. Oh, that's interesting. You need a clip-on mic. Yeah, that's exactly it. So Anchoritis, the one that I have, the best one that I use, frankly, is the one that I clip to my phone when I'm out in the freezing cold, but I'm not going out there today. There was water frozen to the screen when I went in today to exercise. Yeah, it was not a good sign for me. Audio settings seem to be the bane of streaming. They really do, aren't they? Like, Nord to Barbarian, you are so bang on that. I don't know anybody who doesn't have audio issues. Barnacles, holy cow, he's always having audio issues, and he doesn't even like change his computer. So I don't know. Ouch. Anyways, maybe it's something. Yeah, audio handles very weird. It really does, especially on the Mac. I find the Mac, as long as you do everything by the book, you're fine. As soon as you try to do anything fancy, forget about it. It likes to mess with you. All right. So today me and my fabulous friend, Lance Gimpy G. Carr, we're going to do our Damn Dirty Apes. No, not apes. Damn Dirty Abes. Abes, as in able-bodied people. Damn Dirty Abe's episode. He had a horrible night. I have a ton of stuff I have to catch up on. So I thought I will blame him and then not do it today. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow instead or something. We'll see how he's feeling. And also see what I'm up to, because God knows this week has just been weird. Jane's away, so there's all of a sudden there's things like that I sometimes help out with, but now I got to do all of it. So I did like grocery shopping today and bought all the fun food that we're not supposed to have. I got you could get whole wheat Cheerios, or you could get Honey Nut Cheerios, which are way better. So we got Honey Nut Cheerios, and I got a couple of these frozen pizzas and stuff. So Baz and I should have some fun. Although the poor kid's man, his tummy's really bugging him. So I should probably stop feeding him so much pizza. Best seems always to handle the audio in dedicated hardware and then pipe it straight in. I would agree, Anquiitis. The problem is, you still have to plug it in somewhere. Like there's always, I feel like the biggest issue I have is not with we'll see. It's possible that this, as I say, it's possible this microphone might be acting up a bit. It's true. I mean, pizza does have individually healthy ingredients. Oh, I've forgotten the YouTube part. I should get onto this. I should make sure. There we go. I guess it's gone there. Haha, look at you doing grown-up things. I know I don't like it, Kaylin. Not at all. Hey, Aaron. How are you? Aaron Greenfield says, hey, David. I'm saying, hey, Aaron, back. Hey, buddy. Richard Harbin. I will say hello to you, too. Rode microphones. Awesome. Even better for me for support as Rode based in Sydney. I've usually liked the Rode mics, and I had a really wonderful Rode mic, but I snapped the connector on it. And I could probably 3D print something, but it's a heavy mic. So I just, I let Baz get this one because it changes colors. Because it's got, unicorn vomit in it. Rode is good, yes. I think Rode is the one that makes the new... Rode is the one that makes the new wireless thing. Go check that out. It's pretty cool. Hey, Paul. How are you, man? What else we got? Audio is much better. YouTube was terrible. YouTube was terrible. Oh, the audio wasn't as good on YouTube? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Abe McKay, that's me. Zachary Levi was a convention guest, and I got a photo with him in my costume. Oh, fantastic. The only cosplay I've done was an employee for the Nerd Herd. White button down, short sleeve, gray tie, pocket protector, Nerd Herd ID badge, the only thing I made. Oh, that's cool. David, sorry to go off topic. I want to ask if you've seen Travelers and or Fringe. What are your thoughts, if so? Have not seen Travelers. Absolutely have to. I know that Brad will probably ask me if I've seen it again the next time I talk to him, which, by the way, is this weekend. So we've got this thing, the Companion, this website app thing, where it's a for-fee service, so you have to pay for it to do the live thing. I think maybe they put them on YouTube later, but I am doing a chat with Robert Cooper and Brad Wright about the pilots, the first 2 episodes of Atlantis, I believe. I'm sure we'll delve into other things, but that's the idea, is to talk about those. In fact, I say that I should probably watch them again because it's been a long time. Maybe I should do like a watch along before I actually do the podcast thing for them, because that might be fun. Then you guys can ask me questions and give me some questions and points and things you might want to talk about, and I can maybe bring that up in the chat. That might be fun. Maybe we'll do that. I'll have a look. I'll see what the deal is. Anyone a Murderbot fan? What is Murderbot? I like the sound of it already. I think I would be a fan. FYI, I checked your stream from 4 days ago, and you sound normal there. Oh, great. Good. As long as I sounded normal a few days ago. Good. Paul Michaels got his daily D. Hewlett fix. Daily? My God. McKay said my name. What? Richard Harbin? Who? Did that really happen? Is it Rode? This is not Rode. This is a HyperX. I don't know who makes it, but it's. I think it's more about the looks. But I do, I say that it's not entirely fair. I do like the sound on this thing as well. So, the Companion still has the $20 for the year special going on. That's right, Paperclips. That's the deal. So if it's worth $20 to you, maybe not just for this one chat, but for the stuff they do, I've not used the service. I'm always skeptical of paying for content in a world where there's so much amazing content that's out there for free. But I do pay for it. I mean, I pay for some newsletters and stuff because I just want subscriptions to good, solid information. And I do obviously subscribe to things like Spotify, and we have a thing called Fubo, so Baz can watch all of his football, that being soccer for those of you in America. And weirdly, on Fubo, there's this show, this Scavenger's Reign, that I've been watching, which I love. It's a beautiful animated series, like absolutely gorgeous. An Adult Swim thing, I think. But gorgeous and just mind-blowingly, insanely creative. So absolutely 2 thumbs up from McKay on that one. McKay, from Hewlett on that one. Because Scavenger's Reign is just, it's absolutely fantastic. Yes, it happened, or I'm dreaming. It's all a dream. You'll wake up very soon. You wait. -8, so cold indoors. -8, I don't know what it is here, but it's freaking freezing, and there's no way I was talking to you from the garage. So sorry. That's why I'm back in the cozy house. Cool hoodie, Tormata. Thank you, General Thane, referring to Tormata from C. Yeah, looking a little less beaten up from that. Okay, so yeah, so the companion this weekend, Saturday, can't remember what time, I think it's 2 o'clock, something like that. You can sign up for that. It's going to be a chat about Atlantis and Stargate and McKay and all that kind of stuff. Should be fun. I haven't talked to Rob Cooper in forever. I really do need to look at that show again. All right, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe sometime before Saturday. Maybe I could do it with Lance maybe. Maybe Lance will want to watch it with me. Watch the first 2 episodes. I can't show you the episodes, obviously, because I get in trouble doing that. But is there a way of doing it? Is there a way to co-watch a show with someone? Are they still doing that on Amazon and stuff where you can actually watch a show while you can all watch a show together, or you can stream it together in some way? Still haven't seen C. Okay, well, I'll try not to hold it against you. I say 2 thumbs up for McKay, too. Yeah, exactly. 2 thumbs up. More than that, I'd say. Oh, my God. Watchers playing with the temperatures for us now. All right. That's me. I'm done. I'm talked out. I've done my exercise. And I got to go do my homework. I got an email of awesomeness to get out. And speaking of which, you should all be going to techbandits.org and signing yourself up for my email of awesomeness. And then if you feel like picking up some merch or something, you should do that too. Cal! How are you, Cal? Cal, the first thing I see Cal say today is yes, which is just extraordinary. Normally, she's far grumpier than that. What have we got? Official website for Tech Bandits is here. Hey, Cal! Love Hammer! My name is Cal, bright and cheerful. I'm all rainbows and unicorns. What would anyone do without me? I am the hammer of justice, the Hewlett conscience, our truth speaker, and our little stormy cloud in the chat. Hugs! I know how much Cal loves that. So thank you, Anchoritis, for doing that. You'll probably get banned for that. It was done a few weeks. Oh, my days. Who did that? You're banned. What did I say? I told you Cal was going to turn on you like that. Probably not really allowed, though. Yeah, I can't show you if I broadcast the Atlantis pilot and watch it with you, I think I'd get in trouble. Although I say that, could you have it in a little screen maybe? I don't know. I have to look into it. Cal will tell me not. Cal will tell me I probably won't. I would not be able to do that. She's up on these things, and my son will probably say I won't be allowed to either. It's a bone-chilling 40 degrees here in Florida. Aaron, you're banned. Good night from Somerset. Have a good night. Somerset, lovely. Stream it on Pluto. It's free. Well, no, I have it, Kay McCabe. I've got my own show. Trust me. I was just thinking about how to watch it with everyone else. Oh, you're saying watch it on Pluto, but I think we'd have ads at different times. It would be awkward. I think if you want to follow along, they could probably do that, but I'll try to figure that out. Might see you on the PC Perspective podcast again. Oh, I'd love that. I've been on there for ages. How are those guys doing? You can watch it simultaneously on what, Janelle? Well, yes, sorry. We can do that like without technology. I can just say, okay, everyone start. We're going to watch this. If you pause here and there for discussion, you can legally do it, I think. Oh. Because it's like a commentary type thing? I guess you might be able to. I think, you know what, though? MGM are so frickin' litigious, they'd have us shut down in no time at all. Atlantis is always on when I'm sick. Hey, Alex Turbin. Well, hopefully you're not sick that much. It's on all the time, so that would make you sick all the time. I'll tell you, when I get sick, I like to watch weird movies like Fury Road. I like watching desert movies when I'm sick. Fury Road, one of my favorite movies. And there's... What else do I like? I like watching Lawrence of Arabia, another old one that's kind of fun to watch. For some reason, when I get sick, there's certain movies I like to watch, and I watch them a million times. Blade Runner, a lot of those. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I haven't seen that for a while. It's great, though. It's not available on Pluto in Canada. Oh, Canada. Stupid Canada. All right, everyone. Hope to talk to you tomorrow. Actually, I will talk to you tomorrow because I know I have to exercise for sure tomorrow again. Like I said, I'm trying to time it this week so that I'm not trying to do too much on the same day, on the same days. So I will say before I pass out from lack of energy and hypothermia, I will say, be safe, be kind, be brilliant, and until we geek again, cheerio and huzzah! Thanks, Cal!